Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to another episode of Modded Megaquarium with brutal campaign mode. Thank you for joining me today and continuing to show your support for the series. If you do enjoy this episode, please leave a like and a comment, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. So between episodes I've got my money up quite a lot, and I've done a little bit of the research as well, especially into the science. I've got all of the available tanks and everything sorted there. We're not at rank 7, we're nowhere near it yet. So we don't have to worry about that. And I'll tell you what, I have found this level in particular a little bit challenging in this playthrough. Mainly because we've got so much choice and we've got so much freedom. In the vanilla campaign, I actually found it really quite liberating, being able to do pretty much whatever I wanted. However, in this, because there is so much choice about what we can do, I found it rather difficult. I suppose as well that us using the modular tanks for this and trying to make the most out of these has actually made it a little bit more difficult as well. And that's why I have expanded out the area quite a lot here, as you can see, compared to last episode. And we are going to start by clearing some stuff away, even more stuff. I'm going to get rid of the Tetra tanks, they have done their job for now, and we're going to get rid of the toilet block here, because this space is where we want to actually put the rest of these modular tanks that we're going to do. Now I have actually looked into this mod a little bit more, just to try and find out how to use it, what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong with it. And we'll move you over there and you over there. And we have done some things right, but there are some other things which we could do better. So the first thing is that we're only using 2 different types of the modular tanks at the moment. And so that's the first thing I want to do, is actually expand this out. And I'm going to have to do that in a bit of a weird way. Because I'm going to need to bring some tanks in, swap everything over into that tank, and then put that tank in place. And you'll see what I mean here. So I've got a thing in mind for how I want this to look. It's mainly taken actually from one of Rick Reptile's own... I think it's Rick Reptile that does this, isn't it? I just want to make sure. Let's just have a look. Where's modular tanks? So I finally found it. It is Rick Reptile's modular tanks here. So it is by Rick Reptile. And in one of these screenshots on the Steam page, he's got a shot of one of these modular tank setups that looks really, really nice. And I think will work well. It's kind of a horseshoe shape with a couple of little extra bits in it as well. I think his is actually too deep here. So we might not want to do that. I think I'm just going to put a few more in so I can show you. So the modular tanks are all in my search bar here. So we're using piece 2, piece 3 and piece 6 at the moment. We are, however, going to need this piece here. We're going to need... which other ones are there? We're going to need the other side of this one. So that is... oh no, I don't need the other piece, I just need to turn it around. So they will go on the ends there. And then I'm going to need... which other ones? A flat back with a open front. That one there will go there and there. Yep, that's right. And then we will want, let's have a look. I think this one has a cap on that end. Whoops. So that has a cap on that end. And then, where's the other side of that one? Will be that one there, as a cap for there. And then we want Which other ones? We want a flat back with, it's actually another one of these. So if I move that one out of the way, and then we want another one of those ones with the flat back and the open front. Just there. And bring another one in there because we want to swap that one with this one. And so you can now see kind of how this is going to fit together. Now looking at the notes for this, we can see that all of these tanks are actually separate. They are classed as completely separate tanks. And what actually happens is that the fish have a render of being outside of this tank. So I've got a couple of different types of tank here. So if we see this tank here, we can see where the open sides are. And so these, it means the fish will actually swim out to the side here by 5 blocks and by 5 blocks here. Now if you had this just as an open-sided tank, just like this, on its own here, it would work, no water would spill out obviously, and the fish would actually swim in mid-air. So it's a bit of an optical illusion. Everything works together, but everything has to be fit together in the right way for it to look good, basically. And I'm wondering whether I actually want more on this, but there's a lot of different tanks here if we look. I've still got 2 tanks to add in. So if we look for those, we want ones with an open back and 2 windows. So that will be here. So that will go there. That will go there for now. And then move that and move that. And you can see here, this is where all the different yellow arrows on this are where people can actually view this particular tank from. So it works as in coming into this tank from the front or from the side, as it is here. But you can imagine if this was, say, on the corner of a big tank, then it would have a much bigger radius as well. So if that was there and say this one was here like that, then you'd have a much different shape tank, and it just allows you to play around with these, create your own shapes. And this is the kind of shape we're going to go for with this one. It gives us a huge amount of space, and it should be the only tank which is actually needed in this entire thing. We already have this tank set up, so now we just want to copy all of this stuff over, or move all of this stuff over. So if we grab all of the fish, we can stick those into this tank here, and if we put those into there as well, that's that tank done. And then this one here, again, if we click on that and then move all of these ones, there's a lot of fish in here, into this tank here. And then we can move those little bits in as well. And then we're going to delete that and delete that. Now what I don't know is how these work on these tanks. I assume it's just at the side there, so the staff have access to this one from over here. I would assume so. I don't know. Let's find out. So if we put some down like that, I'm actually not going to put them all the way around, because we are definitely going to want some feeders on this. And so we're just going to make sure that we have all of the red stuff crossed out there. And we'll move that one across just like that. And then we can start segmenting off this area from the public. So we'll get rid of those. We'll come over here and say no people are allowed back here. That includes you. And then we will say no people are allowed back here. And that includes you, 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 and you. Now this is obviously going to be a massive area to populate. We're actually going to lose quite a lot of prestige in the early game for this because we're going to need to fill all of these. And until we do, we're going to lose prestige for having empty tanks and lifeless tanks. And we're also going to need to try and put some pumps in with this. And that's why I've left a lot of space over at the sides, so we can try and shoehorn all of these together. And then we've got space up at the back as well. And I think that's what I want to do first of all, is get these back up and running so that we can actually open again. I'm trying to decide, should I... First off, this will actually save us quite a lot of prestige by doing this, because you can't actually put them across the face of the tank, so they need to come out one from the wall there. But this means that nobody will be able to see those side tanks. But does that matter? Because the viewing area for these tanks as well is from here. So no, it's not actually going to make a difference. We're still going to get the negative mood no matter where we put these, because of how these modular tanks work. So that is one thing to keep in mind. If you are going to do this, then you could probably do with having a fair few fish and a fair few vegetation stuff ready to go in, ready to add in, and know exactly what you want and how many of these tanks that you need, so that you're not just leaving a lifeless one there, or a bare one, one which is completely empty, because then your mood in the entire aquarium will actually drop quite drastically and very quickly. So let's get a power pump and let's see what we can do with this. So we are actually probably going to need more space behind. And it doesn't seem like... Ah, yeah, if I do it like that, I can get... Actually, no, I won't need to. Because all I need to do is hook those two up. If I bring it to there, that will have all of this side available to it. I'll grab another one and put that there, and that will link on to that one, and we'll add that tank, and we'll add that tank. So now all three of these are connected together, so we can actually put the heat back into this. There we go. And that one, and that one, and that one. And we can actually put the filtration back on. So we want 1 and 2 there. Oops. And we're also going to need the skimmers. So go 1 there. That's actually all I need, but I'm going to put some redundancy on as well. Just make sure that it's all okay. We've got 1 tool station at the moment, that's all we could afford. So we will grab another couple of tool stations actually, which we're going to need. Another 3 of them, there we go. And we've got all the food for these that we need so far. But I do want to get at least 1 more tank set up. And I think I'm going to try. Do I have the chillers yet? Let's have a look. Yes, we have the chillers. So I'm actually going to make a chilled tank. And I'm going to put that right here so that you can see that the chillers can actually work alongside the heated tanks as well. But what we're going to have to do with this is a little bit different. We're going to have all of the chilled tanks on one network and all of the heated tanks on another network, because you can't just have the heat connected to these and have the filtration just working on a single network. I don't think you can have coloured network lines yet. I'd love to be able to actually say this is the, what is it, light green, teal, light cyan network, and then you could actually colour the lines so you can create multiple networks. So that then I could have a huge one of these pumps just full of the filtration, and that would be all of these tanks. That would be connected to every single one of these tanks, and it would filter all of them. But then I would have two different networks. I would have a red network with red lines coming out of it, and I would have a blue network with blue lines coming out of it, and they would just be for heat and cold. And so I could detach those to whichever tanks I wanted to be hot, whichever tanks I wanted to be cold, and it wouldn't interfere with any of the filtration. Because at the moment, if I, as you can see here, this just adds all three of these tanks onto the same network, even though this tank here is only connected to this pump, and this tank here is only connected to this pump. This can still get the filtration, and this one can still get the heat. So let's get another tank in here, shall we? Not another tank, another pump. So we'll get a pump to here. This will actually do everything I want. So let's connect it to this one here. And I suppose, no, I'll leave that for now. I was going to put another one in, but I don't think it'll be worth it. So let's go for 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. And we'll put in this tank as well. Go for that one. Because then we can put another tank up here to connect these two. I think that's going to be okay. Yeah. And that means we're actually going to need another chiller just to give us the redundancy that we need. We've got 4 heaters, we've got 4 chillers, and we're also going to need then another pump. Or are we? No, tell you what, there's only 2 on here. That gives us 270, that's okay. So then we can add in a large filter, say 2 large filters and 1 large skimmer. Not the Uber skimmer, that's far too expensive. The large protein skimmer. There we go. And I think that's going to be okay for these 2 tanks. So we have this one back here, and we have this one here. So first of all, in this tank, we have 270 out of 200. It doesn't give us a huge amount of redundancy, so I will probably want a second pump soon. But I want to see how far we can get this, and we don't have a huge amount of money left. So if we have a look at the fish, we have just got a load of wrasse, I think. I do love these comets. I'm going to get some of these in, definitely. Let's have a look what we can put in here. Ooh, can we get we could get some cat sharks in there. Get 4 cat sharks. Ooh, I quite like that idea. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right, this is going to need quite a lot of stuff. This is going to need supplement and cockles. So there's a supplement. Oh wow, they are expensive. I definitely cannot use. They're 1,500 each. Wow. They'll maybe go in the next wave. Right, Atlantic pollock. 225 each. Grow 16. So we get 4 of these, I'll go to 64. That's a bit better, isn't it? That's a lot better. So now we can go to here, we can get the sand eels that these need. So just get one of them for now. If we need another one, we'll put it in. So what do these need in terms of... Oh, they don't need anything else. They're actually really nice and easy to keep. And you can see already the animation of these things. And the animation of the little fish over here. You can see it spills out into the tanks over. But when I press unpause, you'll see that these will have no problem at all swimming in what is essentially hot water over here. Which is really quite cool. What else do we want? We want, yeah, we want to make this look a little bit pretty, so we'll go to the vegetation. I don't just want to get some more red algae, I want to actually make this look a little bit better. So we will put in some nice little tower of stuff there. And I'm wondering whether... Can you put this onto this? Let's have a look. Yes, you can. So it might look quite good. It's only 50. Oh. Oh right, okay. Let's just go to this tank and say goodbye to that one. Because it's actually... You need to overlap these ones, apparently. So let's grab that again. So you put it there, overlap it. These are fairly cheap. So I'm not too worried about doing this. I think that'll add quite a lot to it at the back there. We just come down to ground level and see what this looks like. Yeah, I do quite like that. You can see it's a nice big tank, huge tank, and we should be able to definitely get 24 different types of fish into here. Now we do have one more tank to fill up here, so I'm going to put some koi fish in here. I do like the look of these koi fish. They are fairly easy to keep. They grow up to size 13. So that's okay. We can put 2 of those in there. As you can see, I've put some more various things around here. However, these do need a little bit of rock and a little bit of vegetation. So what I'm going to do is come into this tank here, pick up this and drop it into there. And that should... Oh, not quite. In fact, what does this do? Yeah, that would be better actually. So if we actually come out of there, we want to swap these 2 over. So if we grab that, no, yeah, grab that and put it back where it was. And if we grab this tank and we take that column and put it into here, yeah, much better. Right, okay. So we haven't needed to spend any more money. We've got all the fish that we need in. We have the green pellets for these guys, and we have the sand eels for these. We should be ready now to press pause, or unpause, resume, and we will get a lot more prestige than we were getting before. Everything's working, nothing seems to be dying. It'll be interesting to see whether we actually have 4 members of staff, whether these can keep up with all of the demand, and we will have to add more staff obviously as time goes on. And we're down at minus 215 at the moment, but that is a very good sign, because we only had 116 left, so it doesn't look like we're going to lose too much money each day. We have interested in Bartlett Ampius. We want a coral grouper fully grown and a longhorn cowfish fully grown. I will have a think about that. We'll probably put them in. I don't see why we shouldn't. And we have a shoalers exhibit here. This is one of the other ones which side quests we've done. Oh, okay. Maybe we're not good. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Different shoalers, not out of 3. So we want shoalers in there, we want sufficient heating, and yeah, I'll have a think about this one as well. We should be able to do this one pretty easily. No, in fact, yeah, let's get that because it's going to put us back up above. And then herbivore habitat. Different green pellet eaters, different plants. Yeah, so we'll do that one as well. It's going to give us more money. And we already have 2 green pellet eaters. We've got 2 of them. I thought we had 2 of them. We have green pellets here. And we have plants as well. Maybe this doesn't track modded fish. I don't know. Because these guys, they eat the mysis shrimp. These ones are... oh no, these are orange. Oh. Right, so we have orange pellets. What took the green pellets then? Was it these guys? Ah, right, okay, yeah. These guys take the green pellets. We are actually probably going to need another green pellet dispenser. And there is all of the Atlantic pollock grown up as well. That's brilliant. Miko has leveled up. You can actually start learning feeding. But, oh. Pitnet's research will go for a edible crab. I actually want to go to... was it Miko? I want to turn off your feeding, just for now, because you're only at level 1. I want to level your feeding up a little bit more before we actually let you loose. But we will increase your fixing, we'll increase your feeding, increase your cleaning, and you will then do gift shop. I only want feeders, really. I only got 1 feeder, which is very, very good, but they are incredible at it. So I might actually hire 1 more person to do feeding. Let's see. Yeah, Quinn, welcome to the party. We will grab you and bring you backstage. And we are actually going to need to sort out all the gift shop stuff. And I think actually no, that's just a matter of putting in a staff door just there and just there. And then adding in some... where are they? I think we need guidebook things, so they will go into there. And we're also going to need broom stand and the sponge sink. So we'll put those there and there. We'll sort out a toilet block next episode. But yeah, as you can see, everything is working, everything's going okay. All the fish are being fed. And now we have some broom cupboards, so our cleaners will head on out and get rid of all of this. It's just a shame that these guys have picked this up so quickly and given us the negative stuff from it. And our koi fish have grown up. Wonderful. Right, that is where I'm going to leave it for today. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will. See you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.